everyone and welcome to the HikMicro See the World in an X-Way product launch. I'm Stuart Grant, the Managing Director of Elite Optical. We're the distributor here in the UK. We're going to be taking a look at two really exciting new products that are hitting the market for winter 2024. Before we get into that, let's take a look at what sits behind the HikMicro brand, how they're developing new technology to help us in our hunting and nature activities. HikMicro is an outdoor brand that's focused on developing technology to bring users closer to nature. The shooting market is a huge part of our business, but we're also focused on applying the technology for other kinds of nature observation. Here, predominantly, HikMicro is a hunting brand. They're focused on developing innovative and exciting new technology to help those outdoor activities. In the UK, we've seen huge engagement from the team at HikMicro as they want to understand our market, what guns people are shooting with, and the scenarios they're using the products in. This is helping them to build the understanding of what you need when you're out in the field and helping to make products that are the most suitable, easiest to use, and deliver the best results to you. Founded in 2016, HikMicro have been on a constant evolution and improvement of the product range, focused on delivering the latest thermal and multi-spectrum technology. Starting with the Lynx 2 and moving up to industry-leading products like the Falcon and Condor. Earlier this year we also saw the Habrok 4K and Habrok models join with their unique and industry-leading thermal binocular chassis with that high-quality 4K camera built in. That really speaks to the roots of innovation and driving the performance. We're also focused on delivering products that meet every price point. So as you look through the range, you know you'll find the perfect product to match your requirements. The constant process of evolution and improvement also extends into the range of thermal scopes and thermal clip-ons. We've seen constant improvement with the Thunder, the Stella and the Panther, as we're adding features like ballistic calculators, building in the needs of the hunter, listening to the feedback and delivering the best product possible. The story continues from thermal into CMOS, where we've seen unbelievable success with the Alpax 4K and Alpax LRF. That product first introduced the laser rangefinder, which had the built-in ballistic calculator functionality. That was built on the feedback from hunters from all across the world, and we've seen unbelievable demand and success for that product in the UK. The recognition of HikMicro's innovative technologies is most strongly seen in the awards that we win with our products. In 2023, at the British Shooting Show, we won Night Vision Product of the Year under £1,500 for the Alpax S. It was a combination of unbelievable performance and price that led to that award win. At this year's show, we won with the Condor CQ35L, which is the same formula again, value for money and performance. The Habrok 4K has also won the Red Dot Design Award in 2024 for its amazing, easy to use design that's been amazing hunters right across the world. We've seen rapid growth of the HikMicro brand here in the UK, and that success has been mirrored in more than 60 countries across the world, with HikMicro now on sale in more than 3,000 stores across the globe. This is giving us amazing access to open sales channels and develop new products with feedback from retailers and hunters right across the world. Alongside the sales and technical development, HikMicro is also very focused on providing excellent customer support. We've devised a call centre, so if you experience any issue with your HikMicro product, you can call a local number, speak to an expert and receive support directly from HikMicro. We're also working to develop a suite of support materials, videos and explainers that help you to get the best from your products, configure them correctly, zero them easily. That can be accessed through the HikMicro site app and on our website. In addition to the call centre, HikMicro also provides support through the 27 authorised repair centres which we've opened. These allow you to return your product to a local specialist, and we typically are able to repair any fault within 10 working days. Above all, HikMicro want to hunt to explore with their Hick Hunters. HikMicro is a technologically driven explorer. They want to push the boundaries of technology and introduce new techniques and new ideas that enhance everybody's experience. The Hick Hunter wants to perpetuate the traditions and the exploration, building friendships in the field, and also blending that with an understanding of ecology and nature, and using technology to tie all of this together. But as a tech explorer, what are we exploring? The answer is to explore hunting in a new way. With all of the developments in technology that are now available to hunters, we're seeing a lot more situations where you can go out safely shooting. In recent years, we've seen a huge development in technology away from the traditional lamps that allowed night shooting to be possible with an optical scope, into analog night vision, digital night vision, and now thermal becoming much more widely accepted. The advantage thermal delivers is the detection power, and with this new technology, hunters are able to shoot humanely, safely, in all situations. The hunting industry has seen some huge changes in recent years, with the acceptance of the use of night vision and thermal technology across the board. Those technologies are designed to help you identify and safely shoot a target in complete darkness. The constant development and improvement of the image quality is something HikMicro has at its core. The development of sensor technology and also building devices which allow you to clearly see the target, identify it, not only the heat source, but also to see the detail of the background so that you know that you're making a safe shot before you pull the trigger. We've also focused on building really ergonomic products. We know that you're using them in the dark, so not only the buttons have to fall comfortably to hand, you also need a menu system which is easy to control and use and must be easy to follow in the dark and get you exactly where you need to be. The next step in our advancement is into the intelligent features where we're relying on the app and other external devices sharing information between the two, and we see that kind of development where it can enhance and improve the experience even further. So overall, we're balancing image quality, ergonomics, and new technology to deliver the ultimate hunting experience. We all understand the importance of image quality when we're out hunting. The sensor is the centre of that image. We're going to take a look at the statistics and some of the new technology a bit later. We can't overlook the importance that the whole system plays in delivering our image quality. From the lens, must be high performance to capture the infrared and allow it to enter the system. It then hits the sensor and is turned into an electronic signal which is processed through several stages before it finally reaches the screen which your eye is looking at and you receive that image. All of those parts must be upgraded in image quality. The success of HikMicro's highly sensitive sub-20 Net-D sensors alongside technology such as Image Pro and Zoom Pro that add all the detail in your image are the perfect examples of this. But let's look at what we have that's new and innovative for this year. All of HikMicro's thermal sensors are designed and manufactured in our own factory. This gives us complete control and allows us to offer new and innovative products. For this year, winter 2024, we're introducing an industry-leading sub-15 mK Net-D. The Net-D is a measure of the smallest temperature difference that 2 pixels on the sensor can detect. So the lower that number, the more accurate the sensor is. That delivers an advantage in the overall image detail that the sensor can capture and also improves its performance in harsh conditions. Harsh conditions include hot weather, where the temperature difference is very small because everything of the surroundings are heated up very close to the body temperature of the animal you're searching for. We receive a lot of rain in the UK. That affects the image, it dampens everything down to the same temperature. This sensor is going to continue to offer a punchy image, full of detail, and it is industry leading. Once the thermal signature is captured by our highly accurate thermal sensor, it then has the processing applied by things like Image Pro 2. This has been developed to redefine the edges of shapes, helps to improve the detail available in the image. As you can see from the image on the right, we're looking at the palettes, things that we know have a straight edge. If we compare that to the image on the left, you'll see those edges are sharper, straighter, more defined. Another area we can see HikMicro 2 really working is in the roof of the building behind. In the image on the left, it looks like a corrugated roof. You can only see the lines coming down. When we compare to the image on the right, you can actually see HikMicro 2 has added that detail back in. You can see it's actually a tiled roof. It goes across the image, the trees, the detail is all added back in. And this is one area that HikMicro are really focused on, bringing the best out of all of the components using the latest technology and hardware together to deliver the ultimate image. So to tie all of this technology together and deliver it to your eye, you need the ultimate screen. And this is an area we've really paid attention to this year with our new giant displays. That's delivering a widescreen and immersive user experience, all of our latest products. What does it mean for a hunting product to be easy to use? We focused on combining the experience of a traditional optic and a hunting experience into the latest technology to deliver the ultimate easy to use products. We focused on with detachable batteries, fast startup times, ergonomic products that are easy to use, the buttons and the menus, and you can get quickly to the settings that you need. We've also focused on developing new technology like the ballistic calculator that we saw introduced in the Alpax 4K LRF. That was highly innovative and we'll continue to develop that to make it more effective and more accurate for more calibers and to really help everybody get the best out of their hunting experience. One of the technologies that HikMicro have introduced into the 2024 product range is Shutterless technology. But what does that actually mean? The shutter is the click that you hear when you use a thermal. It recalibrates the image and prevents the build-up of noise. The unwanted side effect of that is the image freezes for a second while the sensor is obscured by the shutter. HikMicro have developed a system to use software instead of a physical shutter. So this means that there's no interruption to your hunting experience and you're never going to miss a shot or face an interruption by the shutter freezing the image at exactly the wrong moment again. HikMicro also understand the importance of how your rifle scope looks when it's mounted to your gun. The latest generation products have used a 30mm tube and deliver a traditional rifle scope appearance. This latest generation of products also now use an LRF module that's mounted inside the lens here, so it's flush fitting and doesn't affect the external appearance of the scope at all. Image quality, performance and ergonomics all need to be underlined by reliability, and this is centrally important to HikMicro. I was lucky enough to visit the factory a few weeks ago and I saw there the extensive testing that each product is subjective to ensure that it's reliable for you to use in the field every day. We've got a resistance shock testing machine. This is applying the kind of forces that you'd rarely see from a gun, but it's checking that the recoil that you will use won't affect our products at all. We also have an IP67 testing facility. This subjects the scope to the kind of weather conditions that you'd never see, but it also means that you can be confident if you take it out in the rain, it's not going to affect the product at all. All of the clip-on components are calibrated, so you know when you mount it to your scope, you're not going to have an issue there. We've also introduced an extension to our warranty, so if you register your product, you get your standard 3-year warranty with an extension of 180 days on top of that. So, that was our overview of the HikMicro brand, some of the technology that we're going to see in the new products. But now it's time to actually meet those new products and explore exactly what this new technology means. So, I'd like to introduce the Stellar 3 and the Thunder 3 thermal rifle scope systems from HikMicro. So now that we've learnt about those new technologies, let's see how we've applied those in our exciting new products. The first product that we're going to look at includes the Shutterless technology and the discrete built-in LRF. This is the Thunder 3 front clip-on. I'm going to hand over to my colleague Gunnar from Germany, who's going to introduce that product in more detail.
It's my pleasure to introduce to you the very new Thunder 3.0, which is our latest innovation in clip-on devices. And we brought major improvements to the table. First of all, we improved the sensor massively. So we have here now 15 millikelvin or less, which will provide you the possible image quality. We enlarged the display to 0.49 inches, which gives you a great visual experience when observing through the device. The Shutterless system gives you a constant image flow, so there is no interruption anymore, which is a great benefit during each and every hunting experience. The image algorithm, which we call HikMicro 2.0, gets the best possible image out of the hardware and provides smallest details even in difficult situation during each and every hunting experience. The clear image on the large display provides you the capability to zoom up with your day scope up to 15 times magnification. We were capable to integrate the laser rangefinder into the lens, which gives a very compact and nice looking design, as there is no bulky tower on top or beside the lens. The local album gives you the capability to see the recorded video or footage you took immediately in the device without the need to download it to the app or to the computer. With our software, we managed to fade in a virtual reticle in the recorded video. You don't see the reticle when observing through the device, but you will see it faded in the recorded video. This gives you as a hunter a great benefit and way more confident, because you know better where was your shot placement and what just happened. The replaceable and rechargeable battery system is already known and familiar from Thunder 2.0. Behind this compartment we find the battery pack. In the scope of delivery we will have 2 batteries. You can charge those battery packs either via USB-C charger inside of the device or via docking station, which is also of course in the scope of delivery. The operation of the device is very intuitive. You have the focus knob here on top, which operates smooth and quietly. 3 buttons on top to go into the menu, film, capture photos, and the power on and off button is placed on the side. And that way we make sure that you don't tilt the device by accident when you are pressing a button on top. The zeroing of the device was improved as well. Right now we have 1.3 centimeters on 100 meters per click. In our quality management department, we check each and every collimator lens to provide you the highest consistency and accuracy with minimal ballistic deviation. The shock resistancy is tested up to the 375 Holland, which is 1000 gram at 0.4 meters per second. So it's really high shock resistant and stable constructed. The device is easy and quick to zero, as we give you 2 opportunities, either in the device or via the app. The naming scheme is known if you are familiar with HikMicro products. The T is there for Thunder. The second letter is for the sensor. We have E with a resolution of 256 by 192. The H is for the 384 sensor, and the Q stands for the 640 by 512 micron sensor. 50 is here as an example for the focal length, where we have 35 and 50 as well. C stands for Clipon, and L is for the optional laser rangefinder. And obviously the 3.0 is because it's the 3rd generation. We have brought a full range of new devices, and now we are coming to the question, which of those devices is the perfect match to your needs? And you can basically find it here in the field of application. There are 2 major factors that should influence your choice. One is the focal give you detection range, and the second is the size of the sensor, which will provide field of view. So depending on your hunting area, on your hunting situation, as well as on your day scope, you should find your perfect choice within this field of application. Let's have a deep dive in the technical specs of the various devices, starting with the TH35C all the way up to the TQ50CL. The weight is an important number in this game. It starts with TH35C and goes all the way up to a maximum of 540 grams with the TQ50CL. Always bear in mind with the TQ50CL that we are talking here about a 50 mm focal length as well as an integrated built-in lens laser rangefinder. So it's really a bunch of technique packed in this little device. Let's put it in a nutshell. If you want to own the hunt, this is your choice. We brought the best image quality, benefiting with exchangeable battery and the option of a built-in laser rangefinder, really a perfect match for your hunting experience. And now I'm handing the microphone back to Stuart.
Thank you, Gunnar, for the introduction to the Thunder 3 front clip-on thermal. We're now going to take a look at the Stellar 3, which is our 30mm traditional appearance tube, and see how all of that new technology, like the sub 15 net-D sensor, the Shutterless technology, has been built into this really exciting new hunting product. At the core of the Stellar range is HikMicro's latest generation thermal sensors. We offer the Stellar 3 in a choice of 384 or 640 pixel as we have in the past, but we're also introducing the groundbreaking X 1280 pixel sensor with its unrivaled levels of detail and clarity. This is delivering much more information about your heat source, allowing you to determine the species and the gender accurately before you decide to take the shot. It's also giving you a lot of information about the situation, so you can see more information in the foreground and the background, allowing you to safely determine the backstop before you decide to pull the trigger. The latest generation of sensors also introduce the sub 15 net-D. We touched on earlier, that is a highly accurate sensor that allows you to build a more detailed image. So that is available on the 384 and the 640 pixel sensors, while the 1280 X sensor uses a sub 18 net-D sensor. Any of those is going to deliver an industry-leading level of detail and give performance in harsh conditions such as extreme cold or in the rain. Another unique technology that HikMicro are introducing in this generation of products is the Shutterless technology. The shutter in a traditional thermal is required to remove noise from the image, but it also clicks and freezes the image for a period of time. If that happens at the wrong time on the hunting field, you're going to miss your shot. This new technology replaces the physical shutter with software that constantly monitors and controls the image to deliver the ultimate image quality without any interruption. HikMicro have also included Image Pro 2, which is added to the image processing to sharpen the edges and redefine the image on the fly. This is helping to deliver the ultimate in image quality and detail, which again aids you in identifying and taking safe shots every time you go out hunting. So, coming to the back of the scope, and we've got the latest advancement that HikMicro have added to this series of products, the highly immersive 26mm widescreen display. This is where you see all of the advancements in the sensor technology and image processing delivered through this highly immersive widescreen ultra crisp display. You're viewing it through this traditional rifle scope lens system, and that gives a natural viewing position, but it's also really immersive and there's got loads of detail packed into it. You've got loads of information about your shooting situation, your laser rangefinder information and your ballistics shown. It's all there, ready to go, and it's really easy to use. So now that we've checked out the technology that HikMicro have built into the Stellar 3, let's take a look around the outside of the scope, and starting with the first thing you notice when you pick it up is the reduction in weight, and overall this feels more like a traditional optic. We've also got a high quality anodizing finish which is almost matte to the appearance. We've kept all the major controls and we've focused on the ergonomics and ease of use. So coming to the front, and the first thing that you notice is that HikMicro have really paid attention to the details. This new lens cover is all metal and it snaps shut with a magnet. It's really quiet and smooth to operate and feels like a high quality product. Inside the lens we find the new laser rangefinder system. So this is tucked away and allows us to maintain a smooth traditional appearance. This is a 1,000-meter laser rangefinder and it integrates perfectly with HikMicro's ballistic calculator system. That system you can access through the scope, and we're also building more and more functionality into that, and you'll see that improve over time with more accuracy, more options to tailor it to your specific rifle and bullet configuration. Coming back from the front lens, and we've got our focus around the objective here. It's really smooth, it's easy to get hold of, so from a shooting position it's easily within reach, and you've also got the really positive grip. It's easy to find with gloves on, and you can precisely adjust the image and get it perfectly in focus. Coming back again, we've got our 30mm tube, so that's easy to mount to any rifle. You can find the mounts, you've probably got a set of 30mm rings, and easy to get your eye relief perfect and just replace your traditional optic. The 30mm tube also houses the internal batteries. They give you a 9-hour runtime. In the saddle area here we find that this turret houses the replaceable backup battery. This is an 18650. You'll also find in the screen now the Stella offers you 2 statuses, so you can see the charge available from the external battery and a separate measure of the charge of the internal battery. Up on top we've got our main control. So this is the jog dial, and it's got that central button, but it's flush fitting, so you're not going to accidentally activate this. The jog dial is really positive, and in shooting mode that adjusts your zoom or magnification, and you can then easily move up and down to select your options. It's also worth mentioning we've improved the zeroing for this new product. So you've got the freeze frame, but you can also now access the zero menu from the app in your phone through the HikMicro site app. So a lot of people, and we do get reports all the time, it's one area people struggle with as they transition from a traditional optic where you've got physical adjustments. You're having to use a menu, you're having to zero it in a different way. Having that access through your app on the phone should make that easier and clearer for people to see exactly what's happening. We call it a one-shot zero. It truly is. You can take one shot, freeze the frame, move the reticle, you're going to be on. It's an excellent system, and adding it to the app is only going to make that easier. Coming back again, and we've got our buttons that perform the other controls. So across the front we've got the power button. It's got a firm ridge on it so you can feel where you are in the dark. There's also a status indicator so you can see easily if the scope's powered on. Next to that we've got the laser rangefinder button, so you press that to activate the laser rangefinder. That would also trigger the ballistic calculator if you've got that configured. Next to that we've got the capture button, so you can use the scope to record either a picture or a video, and it has got automatic recording built in or recoil activated recording. You can then either access those by connecting to the USB port here, which is also used for charging, or you can use the app to connect to your scope, control the scope, and also transfer your media across. So all of this technology is packed into HikMicro's rugged aluminium alloy chassis that's got a high shock resistance. It's approved for use on 375 Holland & Holland or 12-bore shotguns, so it's a really high shock resistance. We're confident this is going to serve you in the field every day when you need it. Within the Stella series there's 5 models in total. Let's look at what those specifications mean and which one is going to suit your hunting requirements the best. So if we break down the naming logic, the first character always denotes the series. So S is for Stella, H is for Habrock, for example. So for this series, it's the S that we want to focus on. Our next character, that signifies the sensor type. H is 384, Q is 640, and we've now got the X 1280 high resolution sensor that's joined the series. The numbers after that, they signify the focal length. That's the distance from the lens to the sensor, and that's important because that is what gives you or defines our magnification. The Stella is available in a 35mm and a 50mm for the first two sensors, the 384 and the 640, while our high resolution sensor, that needs more focal length to give it the magnification, and that's only available with a 60mm option. The next character is the L. That denotes the model is fitted with the laser rangefinder. And finally, our 3 is the series number, so that is the Stellar 3 series. That tells you it's the latest generation product. So if we look at that in total, the scope I'm holding here is a 640 pixel, 50mm focal length Stellar Mark III, so that would be the SQ50L3. The Stellar series is offered in 5 models, and that's a mixture of sensor and focal length options that deliver different fields of view and at different prices. The 384 has traditionally always been the most affordable model in the range. It still offers a great level of detail, but it lacks some of the clarity that you can get and also the ability to zoom that you get with the 640 and now the 1280 Big Brother options. The 35mm option in either sensor for or the 640 will be lower in magnification than the 50mm option. So if you're shooting close targets, so if you're looking for something shooting boar or other big animals and the distance isn't so important, the 35mm can be a great option because it actually gives you a wider field of view. It allows you to quickly observe a wider area. In the UK here, the big focus is on fox shooting. They're looking to identify what is quite a small animal over longer distances, so the magnification is always important. So we focus on the higher 50mm focal length models. So 384, that is the basis of all of our range. It offers a good level of detail. 640 actually has a wider field of view at base mag, so that makes it easier to scan quickly, and then you can dial the detail in by zooming up. The 1280 really offers the ultimate performance of everything. So that's got a good base mag, it's got a good field of view, and it's utilising that high resolution sensor to deliver details from the foreground, the background, and your heat source. That really is the ultimate. It's important though that you understand exactly what the combination of lens and sensor deliver to you to make sure that you buy the right product. We'd recommend visiting a local HikMicro dealer, getting advice and actually looking through the products before you make the purchasing decision to ensure that you're getting the scope that's perfectly matched to your hunting experience and your expectations. To allow you to quickly compare all of the models in the Stellar range, we've built this spec table. This shows you the key performance of each model and shows how it varies between the lens and sensor sizes. Both the Stellar 3 and the Thunder 3 are available to order now from your local HikMicro dealer or online. We're expecting to see the stock arriving of the 384 and the 640 models mid-September 2024. We're expecting to see the high-resolution X-sensor products arriving slightly later in October 2024. Please order now and make sure that you're the first to receive these incredible new products. Thank you for joining us to hear about HikMicro's latest technology and the thermal rifle scopes. It's been great to introduce you to the Stellar 3, and thanks again to Gunnar for the introduction to the Thunder 3. We've got some amazing new products joining the HikMicro lineup later this winter. Please stay tuned. The 10th of October, you can expect to see another incredible product. Can't wait to introduce that to you. Thanks again for watching. I look forward to speaking to you soon.